Okay, Bill, thank you. Now to some surprising news on the local housing market. Sales of existing single-family homes in the Grand Rapids area spiking to 26% compared to this time last year. Sale prices have also increased for the third consecutive month. The average home in Metro Grand Rapids selling for about $119,000. That's up from $97,000 in April. But that's still down from $130,000 last June. Those numbers were compiled by the Grand Rapids Association of Realtors. They are higher in part because foreclosures and short sales are bringing out buyers in great numbers. But if you're one of those who can't sell your home and you're close to losing it, we have some advice for you tonight.
Tonight in Your Money, is home ownership a blessing or a burden? With so many people fighting foreclosure, 24-hour News 8's Ann Schieber taking a look at how these cases got to that point and the lessons that can be drawn from
Well,
that.
as we've seen, or if you know anybody, it can be distressing to lose a home, but it can also allow you to cut your losses before they get even worse. By the same token, there are reasons to cling to your house. So how can you tell the difference?
The Stevens want to save their house.
We do have to leave. We just want to walk out knowing we did everything we could.
Everything because there are compelling reasons not to move. Rent for a family of 5 could cost more than half their mortgage payment. They'd have to uproot 3 children. They may never get a zero-down 30-year low-interest mortgage again. Plus, if they had to sell, they'd eat a huge loss. They owe $1,000 more on the house than it's probably worth, not including the $20,000 they spent repairing it. The $1,500 a month or so a month in mortgage payments over the past 3 years would account for nothing.
It's kind of hard to stomach because we worked so hard to get to this point.
But the Stevens may have no choice but to move. Todd lost his 16-year machinist job. Carla is unemployed. Soon they got behind on their house payments.
Very quickly we had received a foreclosure, like a sheriff's sale date on our door.
The Stevens tried to work out a deal with their lenders, tried to convince them things would get better once Todd gets his nursing degree in a year.
I'm obviously not guaranteed a job, but that I have a very good likelihood of getting one.
The Stevens took their case to the Neighborhood Investment Corporation. The nonprofit agency tries to work out deals between homeowners and lenders, succeeding in about half of the cases, but not this time.
They lost their job in November of 2008. So when they came to see me in mid-April, they had missed December through April payments at that time. So they were pretty far behind.
The agency analyzed their budget and determined a much larger percentage of the Stevens' income was going to their mortgage payment, more than Todd and Carla realized, fully 70%. History has shown that it's impossible for homeowners to make it work under those circumstances. While Todd may find a job, their current situation would put them so far behind it wouldn't matter.
If it's saved now, are we going to have to do another loan modification 8 months down the road?
Lenders now want house payments to be no more than 31% of net income. That baffles the Stevens, who say rent may be 40% of their income, maybe more. But budget experts say homeowners need to calculate the added cost of owning a house, the interest payments, taxes, and repairs.
We get clients who come in and say, I just can't do this. This just isn't right for me any longer. I can't continue to fight the battle to be a homeowner. And when they realize that that's an acceptable statement, that it's okay to not be a homeowner, mentally they're in a much better position. And they're able to say, wow, nobody's saying I have to live the American dream.
Now, the Stevens have been making mortgage payments for 16 years, moving into 3 different homes during that time period, and yet they've still been unable to build up any equity. So perhaps if they had rented early in the beginning and saved up enough money for a deposit, they may be in a different situation today.
And you also were talking about that there may be other reasons as to why people may want to get rid of their home.
Well, this year, these are for people in short sales. When somebody agrees to buy your house or bid on your house for what you owe on it, believe it or not, the IRS considers that income to you because someone is absorbing the loss. Except this year, homeowners will be exempt from that. It's not clear if it's going to happen for 2010.
Interesting. Thank you, Ann.
Good to know, Ann. Thank you.